Hey, Tammy-Lynn from Health, Wellness, Lifestyle TV. I am so excited about today's show. The motivation came from my travels when someone overseas said to me, well, what's Canadian food? And I had to think about it. I mean, I'm French, I'm Ukrainian, I'm Norwegian, all those things we cook, but is that truly Canadian? And what makes Canadian food? So I started doing some research and found a forager, a gentleman who goes into the bush and picks and pulls the most amazing product for typically local high-end chefs are using these ingredients, and I thought, well, you know what? We can use it too. And the best part is that it's free and it's in our backyard. I personally don't trust my own instincts to pull stuff out of the wild and eat it myself. So I hired a gentleman out of Kelowna called the Kelowna Forager. He was on his way to Vancouver with a bunch of his wares to sell to local restaurants, and I was able to get a bunch of stuff myself. So today, we're gonna start today's episode with spruce tips. Now, spruce tips come in spring after the frost. The tree will start producing these beautiful tips. You can notice them, they're very bright green compared to the dark green of the actual tree. And they've been eaten for thousands of years. And so I'm taking this today and trying it in a bunch of different formats. I'm gonna be doing a salt, I'm gonna be doing a syrup. This one in particular excites me. It is a syrup that I was able to purchase last year. And this is what it's ultimately gonna look like after months of macerating and the flavors coming out and going into the sugar. But we'll start from the very beginning. So what we're gonna do is, if you're lucky enough to get some spruce tips, you can actually get them frozen as well from some people. We're gonna do 2.5 cups of spruce tips to 2 cups of brown sugar. It's important that you use the brown sugar, not the white. The molasses is in the brown. I've been told that's a very important thing to do. So let's start with 2.5 cups of these beautiful spruce tips. They smell citrusy, they smell like a bit of a fresh but soft version of a Christmas tree. They're super high in vitamin C, so they're very, very good for you. So that's 1 cup, 2 cups, just another 1/2 cup in here. The smell is fantastic. 2.5 cups of the spruce tips. We're gonna do 2 cups of brown sugar. You know me, I'm not a super big fan of sugar, but in this case, it's gonna be used for things like pancakes. You can use it on top of ice cream. You can drizzle it on any type of dessert. You can put it inside of lemonade for its sweetener. So a little bit of sugar doesn't hurt anybody. So we'll put 2 cups in here, and then we're gonna mix it all together in the bowl. I found it so interesting. One of the reasons why I was interested in spruce tips was I went for a walk through my local neighborhood. It's a beautiful tree-lined area in Vancouver, and I saw these beautiful tips growing, and I remembered reading a story on my Instagram feed about this guy in Kelowna who pulls this stuff for a living. And I thought, you know what? Let me get him to do the hard work, which he did. We kept in touch all spring, and he came back with this beautiful product. Okay, so let's mix this all together. I'm just gonna use my hands, make it a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and put this in here. We're going to, along the way, push it down as well. I'm super excited to do this because I know what the end result tastes like, and it tastes fantastic. You can do it all at the top. 2 months, and it should be ready, and it'll end up being a beautiful golden syrup like this. Once the juices, the liquids start releasing, the oil start releasing from the actual spruce tip, it becomes liquefied, and the whole process creates a beautiful syrup. It goes into a pot. We remove the spruce tips, we boil it down, and the brownness comes from the brown sugar and the caramel. Now let's put this aside and try doing it as a I want to eat it now syrup. And I'll show you to do that right after the next break.
Rogers Foods has been proudly milling quality flour and cereal products from Canadian grain for over 60 years. We produce wholesome cereals and the highest quality flour and grain products. The popularity of Rogers Natural Foods is a reflection of the North American trend to better eating habits. Our natural whole grain flour and cereal products are produced without the use of food additives to meet those needs. With Rogers Foods, you can be confident in what you make for your family each and every time.
It's recommended that we have omega-3s in our diets each day, but because our body doesn't produce it,
we would add it in through a food source like Aliga flaxseed oil. Made from non-GMO Canadian flax seeds, it can be used in all your baking and cooking. Aliga flaxseed oil can add essential fatty acids to your daily diet, and it's terrific for vegan and vegetarian diets. Omega-3s may have health benefits and support the development of brain, eyes, and nerve function.
for all my Aliga flaxseed oil recipes, visit us at aliga.com.
So I'm excited about making some spruce tip syrup, and this is obviously going to take a couple of months, so we won't see how it looks until much later. I will definitely post that on our feeds to show you what that looks like in 2 months. But if you're wanting to do it now and get flavoring now, you're able to just pull some of the flavors. It won't be as intense. You can actually boil this in a slow cooker or cook in a slow cooker for water and spruce tips for say 8 hours or slowly overnight to pull maximum amount of flavor out of it. I'm gonna experiment and see if I can do a quicker version right now. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll taste good enough to work until the 2-month one is ready to go. So same idea, we're gonna do 1 cup of spruce tips to 1 cup of sugar, and I'm thinking maybe 1 cup of water, but we'll see. So spruce tips, 1 cup. We'll do a cup of the brown sugar. And again, with the brown sugar has molasses in it, so that will give it a nice, rich, deep flavor and also a deep color. This is 1/4, I need 2 more. And then water I may have to adjust, but we'll see. And then what I'll do is I'll let it steep for a while and see if it's flavorful enough or not. Let's do a little bit of lemon juice to balance the sweetness. I'm gonna say juice of half a lemon. And we said 1 cup of water, so we'll start with 1 cup and see how that goes. That's 1 cup. Fire this up. You know, I think that we often take for granted all the beautiful foods that grow in the wild in our own backyard. And what is old is new again. For spruce tips, I'd mentioned they're very high in vitamin C. The green in them means that they're also containing chlorophyll. They're very high in chlorophyll. If you have a wound, drinking a spruce tea would be great for wound regeneration, skin regeneration. What else? It has been known to help you detoxify heavy metals in your body as well. So lots and lots of benefits. I challenge you to go online and just look up spruce tips and how to eat them and how to prepare them and look at all the benefits that you get from that. So let's go ahead and boil this for a good 15 minutes, and I'll strain it off and give it a taste. I'll actually boil it down into a syrup format as well to see how it turns out. Get all the little bits in here. Push all of the goodness out. You can see that the spruce tips have lost a lot of their bright, brilliant green color. Let's go ahead and put them back inside here very carefully. If you're wanting a really clean, clear syrup, you can run it through a cheesecloth later on. I'm good with a few little bits on here. Now again, this is where the patience has to happen. We're gonna boil away and we'll do the back of the spoon test to see when it gets to the syrup stage. And I will let you know what temperature your syrup should probably get at in order for it to become a nice gooey syrup. So let's go ahead and let that boil away. You want to get your syrup to 223, 232 to get a nice soft syrup. I think that I am almost there based on what I can see. I'm sitting at 224, 225. So when we're at this point, we're going to turn the heat off. And please remember, you're dealing with something that's very, very hot. We're going to do one final strain to get all the last of the little bits out. It's a nice golden brown. I can smell the wood. I can smell some of the citrus notes. It smells beautiful. And then what I've also done, we're gonna let this get to room temperature now before I do anything else with it. But what I did last year with the elderflower syrup episode that I did, I had these really cute little bottles. So I'm gonna go ahead and bottle them in here, and you'll see the final product that I have in the shot. It's cute, it's yummy. The taste is, try to cool this off a little bit. You can definitely taste, it's actually lovely. The taste is fantastic. Imagine, right in your backyard, probably cost you about $1 to make it if you're picking them yourself. Spruce tips, brown sugar, some water, lemon juice, and you have your own homemade, very good for you, very nutritious syrup. I hope you enjoy it as much as I'm going to.
During cold and flu season and now the COVID-19 outbreak, safety is of the utmost importance. Hand washing and sanitizing is key, along with wearing a face mask to stop the spread. Healthy Eco Living line of products brings you Firma face masks. Each mask incorporates amana fiber, a powerful ingredient that is woven at 1,200 filaments per millimeter squared, creating a tight and strong barrier for body care and protection. Firma masks are soft, durable, and breathable. They're easy to wash and dry up to 30+ times. Our masks are available now at healthyecoliving.com or at select grocery and natural food stores across Canada. Be safe, and let's all do our part to bring an end to the spread of COVID-19.
Omega-3s are recommended for a healthy diet. Now Aliga flaxseed oil makes it easy.
It's the first flaxseed oil in North America that can be heated.
You can use it in place of your other cooking or baking oils, and it's still great in salads. Aliga flaxseed oil. Live healthy, live natural.
Okay, everything is coming up spruce tips in this episode, and I'm going to give you a couple more recipes. This one is going to be a spruce scented salt. I'm going to use Himalayan salt. You can use one of your favorite coarse salts. It's simple. It's 1-to-1, whatever your ratio is. So we're going to start off with 1 cup of spruce tips packed right in. I'll do a little bit more for good luck. So one of those, we're gonna do 1 cup of sea salt. This one is gonna be the Himalayan salt. I'm gonna put in, and we're going to blend it. We'll have to probably push it down a few times as well. Blend it until all the bits of the spruce are cut down into little bits, and the sea salt is to a good, nice, smaller, coarse consistency. Okay, I think that might be it. The oils have been released. It's beautiful, but the trick now is to dehydrate whatever moisture that came out of the tips. And I'm going to do mine, you can do it in your oven on low heat with the door open a bit so that the moisture can come out. I have a warming tray at the bottom of my oven, so I'm gonna use that. If you have a dehydrator, that is perfect as well. So we'll pop that all on a parchment-lined piece of paper. Make sure you get all the good bits on the bottom. So we're gonna spread it out all over. Don't worry if you have a few bigger bits in there. They are perfectly fine. Spread it all out, put it into your dehydrator or into your oven on low heat. Again, door open a little bit, and I'll show you what the finished product looks like. So here we go. Here we have the before and the after. Bright green. It's lost a lot of its color. We got a lot of brown going on in it as well. Put this one inside the oven. So instead of putting it in the oven, I'm putting it in my warming drawer. Turning it on to low and leaving it open so the moisture comes out, and we're good. Dehydrate for a good two hours. So here we are with the final salt. It feels dry. I'm not feeling any moisture in it. Smells amazing. I'm going to, I always have a condiment jar on my table in the kitchen or for when I'm cooking. So I'm gonna put some of my salt in here so we can keep that on the table or near my oven. And then the rest of it, we can put inside cute little mason jars. This one's probably a little bit big. I would use the smaller jelly jars. And what wonderful gifts this is for somebody you love. So the full recipe's on the website for this one. I'm gonna leave the lid off so any additional moisture as it's cooling down is also being released. Now spruce tip vinegar, we're gonna do pretty much the same thing. We're gonna do equal parts of spruce tip to vinegar. Where's my handy dandy jarring apparatus? We'll use this here. So I'm gonna put in a cup in each of these jars. And we're gonna finish it with some apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna do half apple cider vinegar and half vinegar. And then again, this macerates and releases all of its flavor for a month. Put it in an area where it's not completely forgotten so that you're able to give it a shake each day to help the process along. Good. Now we'll do, I'm gonna do one with white vinegar, one with apple cider vinegar, and one with half and half. That way, next year when it's spruce tip season again, I can compare my notes and see which way I like it best. So here we go. One apple cider vinegar. I'm using organic apple cider vinegar. And in the last one, we'll do half apple cider, half white vinegar. And we'll throw those lids on, give them a good shake, and literally that is it. It is going to be a fun summer. More information on this recipe and the salt, you can obviously go onto the website and I'll have it all written down there for you as well. Hope you enjoy your spruce tips.
So you've heard the old saying, an apple a day may keep the doctor away, right? Well, there is truth in the benefits of consuming a very special BC Ambrosia apple each day. They're high in fiber, full of vitamins and minerals, they're juicy, sweet, and full of water, making you feel fuller longer without a lot of calories. Ambrosia apples contain a variety of antioxidants that help boost the immune system overall. With lots of nutrients, they help maintain a healthy and stronger heart too. There are so many health benefits from eating this very special apple, created by Mother Nature. So go ahead, Have an apple a day to keep that doctor away. And enjoy a delicious and unique BC Ambrosia apple as part of your daily diet.